at the Durham College Athletic Complex for today's OCAA men's basketball game between the Loyalist College Lancers from Belleville and the Durham College Lords. Tonight's OCAA action features the Lancers with a record of 4 wins and no losses, second place in the OCAA, and the Durham Lords coming in with an impressive 4-win and 1-loss record. Their only loss coming last Friday to the number 3 ranked team in the country, Algonquin College, and that was a 75-73 loss here at the athletic complex before nearly 700 fans. Partisan crowd on hand tonight with student pub night and also the weather not being the greatest. And in fact, we'll tip off. My name is Ken Babcock, and we'll bring you the play-by-play here from the Durham College Athletic Complex, and I'll be joined by my able assistant, Matt Ackler, a second-year field placement student, who will be doing the color commentary. Durham controls the tip-off. Patrick Johnson, number 43 for Durham, controls the ball at the top of the key. He works left side, working inside patiently. Left side to Dennis Barham, not afraid to shoot the 3, dishes off. Sherlon Chance inside, jump shot, doesn't go. Rebound, Chris Teeter, it goes, 2, and Durham hits the scoreboard first with a 2-point basket by number 50, Chris Teeter. Baseline, David Freilich for Loyalist, back at the top to Scott Reed. They work the opposite side. Loyalist College doesn't get the rebound. Back to Scott Reed. David Freilich, number 33, controls the play. They look inside, tipped away, and Justin Fontaine of Durham pulls away with the ball. Justin Fontaine, number 4, last year's OCAA scoring leader, averaging 20.6 points per game a year ago. Teeter from the left side, over to Fontaine. Fontaine controls the middle, drives, dishes off to Chance. Sherlon Chance doesn't get it to go. Chris Teeter's there again, and Matt Teeter's been on the boards like crazy in the early going.
I'm very impressed with his aggressiveness here today. Aggressive on the boards, got the first 2 points for Durham, and keeps it alive for Durham to get another chance.
Chance inside, lays it up, left-handed, switches to the right, and we get a foul on the play.
There'll be 2 shots here for Sherlon Chance and Durham.
First person, first team.
And Sherlon Chance draws the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 for the Lords, number 52 for Durham.
Sherlon's a 50% free throw shooter for the Durham Lords this year. This is his first one off the front of the rim. I think he's a bit upset about that one. He'll focus and concentrate a bit more and make a second one, I think.
Chance with the second one. It goes. Durham leads 3-0. 18:44 to go first half. An early lead, and that's what Coach Vincent wanted for his Lords tonight. An early lead set the tone early for his Lords. Number 22, Scott Reed. Freilich, they move the ball quickly. Adam Reed, number 32, inside to number 30, Greg Sine of the Loyalist. Freilich with a fake, inside, jump shot. Nice bucket off the glass. David Freilich, last year an OCAA All-Star for Loyalist and an outstanding player. Also played 1 year in Ottawa at Carleton University. They steal the ball again. Very quick transition for Loyalist. Scott Reed from 3-point range. It goes. 3 for Loyalist College's Scott Reed. 5-3. Quickly the tables turn as Durham finds himself down 2 points here in the early going.
5 quick points for Scott Reed there. Loyalist. Dennis Barham brings the ball up over midcourt.
Barham, one of the quickest players in the OCAA, proving early on in this season. Barham, a graduate of Lester B. Pearson in Scarborough, and a first-year student, the 6'3" forward, is a first-year student in the law and security program here at Durham College. And in fact, what we're looking at right now, foul possession play. Foul went to Scott Reed of Loyalist, his first. Patrick Johnson inbounds. Fontaine at the top, inside to Chance. Dennis Barham posts up, looks inside. The ball's tipped away.
In that instance,
and in fact, the referee is undecided on that play. Call for a jump ball.
In that instance, Durham had 2 men going to the same spot on the floor, caused a bit of confusion on their part.
David Freilich, right side for Loyalist, brings the ball up, number 33, right side to Scott Reed. Reed, a little dangerous pass, manages to get it to his brother Adam, and they still maintain possession. Sine baseline, takes it to the hole, doesn't go. Big block. Sherlon Chance keeps it alive. Possession, Loyalist.
Still a lot of fighting under the basket for those rebounds. Ball goes to Loyalist, and they inbound.
Scott Reed baseline, guarded closely by Dennis Barham, number 40. Reed again, baseline number 34 for Loyalist, Jason Shepard.
Shepard's the second leading scorer for Loyalist at 14 points a game.
Chris Teeter, they run the press break well as Teeter comes back to face up to Patrick Johnson. Johnson controlling the ball from the one spot for Durham. Johnson drives, foul on the play, call a touch foul.
Number 33, Loyalist, David Frelick, lost his first personal foul.
And fouls before the shot on the play went against David Frelick, his first personal foul for Loyalist. Backdoor inbound, Fontaine gets the ball to Sherlon. Chance, a great feed from the veteran guard, number 4, and Chance puts the bucket in. Durham trails by 2. 7-5, Fanshawe leads.
Fontaine's a great pass, and we saw on the inbounds play to Sherlon Chance for an easy bucket.
Johnson with the steal, a little bit of control, and the big guy also handles the ball well as he controls possession for Durham over half court. Number 43 is Patrick Johnson, also in his first year. Patrick Johnson leading the squad, can handle the ball. He can also play the power forward spot as well for Durham. That shot didn't go. Scott Reed, full court pressure from Fontaine here. As Scott Reed, one of the best ball handling guards and shooting guards in the league. Greg Sign inside, draws a foul. We have a foul. Sign not afraid to take it to the hole in the early going. And we looked at a Loyalist squad here coming into the game that's with a record of 4-0 right now, as Sign is about to go to the line. They're the defending OCAA Division II champions, and Durham College, obviously a tough against this team at 4-0. Any undefeated team would be tough, Matt. And basically what we're looking at tonight is Jim Buck, Coach Bruce Collins, the defending coach of the year as well, Division II. And the new format in college basketball has seen Division II amalgamate. There's one college basketball league, much the same as university in Ontario. And we're seeing some competitive games as the level is now competitive at both the same division. There's no difference, and you'll find the play not to be any different than in the past as Division II teams. Some of the smaller schools, and Durham and Loyalist being population-wise in the middle of the pack as far as schools go compared to the metro schools. But basically, you know, a great credit to Loyalist College from Belleville and the program Jim Buck has started down there. Good foul, Adam Reed. It was his second, and this particular time, 16:09 to go in the first half. 9-5, Loyalist leads. Patrick Johnson, strong move to the hoop, doesn't go. Rebound, he follows his own, and David Frelick's away for Loyalist. And he goes to lay it in, and he is fouled. David Frelick looking for the basket to count, but in fact it was blocked. David Frelick will go to the line to shoot 2, number 33 for Loyalist.
Dennis Barham did block the ball there, but also got part of the body, drawing the foul on himself. His first one and first for Durham.
Oh, and a great defensive play for Loyalist, correction, for Durham on that particular play with Barham. And in fact, Durham's forte under head coach Kerry Vincent this year has been defense. 6 times, no less than 6 times, Durham has held their opponents to 50 points or less against the run-and-gun explosive offense of Loyalist. That'll be tested tonight, but defense is the name of the game. And Dennis Barham has certainly led the way in the early going in this OCAA season.
On that particular block there, you saw his leaping ability, his quickness. That's part of the keys to defense. Shooting second shot here. David Frelick.
And into the game now, also with the rebound, is Brad Robinson, the veteran center and OCAA All-Star a year ago, who transferred from Canadore College and also played under head coach Kerry Vincent a year ago into the game. And he has really been a force since coming back after knee surgery during the early part of the season. Frelick, fast break Reed, he lays it in for 2. 12-5, Loyalist leads in the early going, 15:30 to go in the first half. And Durham Robinson tips it away. Loyalist in the full court pressure stymies Durham's attempts to bring the ball up. Reed checks in, looks to go, 20 seconds on the shot clock as Frelick slows it down. Reed outside, inside to Shepard. Baseline, Greg Stein takes it up strong. Check. Back to Frelick, 14 on the shot clock. Reed looks to shoot the 3, doesn't. Gets it inside, 42 for Loyalist. That's number 42 for Loyalist. Matt Middleton, as we get a roster change, we're change in the program. Number 42 for Loyalist is Matt Middleton.
We saw some nice passing on the interior from Loyalist. Hustle off the offensive boards, gave him a number of chances, but they just can't convert it.
And Brad Robinson breaks the press. Press breaker works well. To Fontaine, he works the left side. Inside Chance takes it up strong. Doesn't go. Rebound, and then the early going, Durham is really only getting one attempt here as Loyalist is doing a number on the boards.
They're going to have to be more aggressive if they want to keep key rebounds in this game and get more points.
Middleton with the first shot. Rebound went to Jason Shepard. He was patient, laid the ball in, and 2 more points for the Lancers. 14-5, a 9-point lead. And the ball goes inside from Fontaine to Robinson. There's a foul in the play. And the big guy, Brad Robinson, standing at 6'9", will go to the line to shoot 2.
Number 34.
Brad Robinson was at Kenmore College last year with Coach Mitchin, as well as starters Patrick Johnson and Sherlin Chance.
Number 55.
They're now leading Durham College here in their 4-1 start to the season, along with Justin Fontaine, defending OCAA scoring champ. Brad Robinson will be shooting 2.
And certainly the pace is quick, and we've already played close to 6 minutes in this first half. And with very few whistles, the teams are playing a run-and-gun style, and really the 30-second shot clock hasn't come into play at all this season.
When you have 2 teams with players like these, good ball players, good athletes, they like to play quick, like to play a full-court press, and you won't see that 30-second come into too much effect. Robinson makes his second free throw.
And Middleton gives the ball to Freilich. Freilich headmans to Reed, and not a very good pass by the veteran Freilich was off Reed's hands, and he'll turn the ball over to Loyalist.
Press we still see from Loyalist, Justin Fontaine inbounding.
Alex Petrie in the game, the O'Neill collegiate graduate in his second year at Durham. Feeds the ball to Fontaine. They see Robinson open, hits the rim. Petrie follows, doesn't go, left hand, fighting for the ball, and the rebound goes to number 50, Rob Martin.
Alex Petrie hustled there, went after the ball, and forced Loyalist into a traveling violation.
Fontaine to inbounds, sees Barham, but Robinson's wide open, takes it up strong. He lays it in for 2. Brad Robinson's on the board with his first bucket of the game.
Durham closed the gap to 14-8, got 3 straight points. Playing an aggressive zone defense.
Freilich tipped, that was tipped. Freilich takes the ball back. It was tipped by the Durham defender, therefore an over and back call. Barham, number 40 for Durham, playing tough D. Freilich again, 10 on the shot clock. Middleton, number 42, takes the J and hits with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Key bucket for Loyalist.
Sweet stroke.
They lead by 8. Barham now takes the ball to center court in the 1 spot. He'll slow things down, hand the ball over to Alex Petrie to work the 1 spot for Durham, number 42. Barham looks inside, Estabrooks posting up. That's Adam Estabrooks, the Bowmanville, Ontario native. Petrie sees Robinson, touch pass, can't control it. David Freilich gets the ball and leads the break, and Loyalist likes to run the floor. Middleton drives strong and draws a foul. No bucket, but Matt Middleton, number 42 from Loyalist, will go to the line.
Excellent lead pass by David Freilich, gives Loyalist the opportunity to make some free throws.
8-point lead for Loyalist to 16-8. 12:57 to go in the first half, and Matt Middleton will go to the line, number 42 for Loyalist, to shoot 2.
Middleton's a 71.4% free throw shooter, makes his first one for Loyalist. Middleton also averages 10 points a game on the Loyalist side. 4th leading scorer for the Loyalist Lancers.
And he hits both. He's also in the front of his press here. Estabrooks breaks it to Fontaine. They see the court. Barham, nicely done by the Lords, and Brad Robinson finishes it off. Textbook play by the Lords, and you can't break a press any better than the Durham Lords did at that particular time.
That's exactly the way to do it, and the result is a 2-point layup.
And referee Peter Stychuk approaches the bench. We got a foul, and I believe it went to Durham. Touch foul. I guess it was away from the play at that particular time. We didn't see it ourselves.
Justin Fontaine on a team foul. 4th foul against Durham. 7 will put them into the bonus.
Middleton again, not afraid to shoot. This time, maybe he should have shot the ball that time. Gives the ball up. Durham takes possession, and much the same as the start they had Friday night against Algonquin. A slow start. Durham came back during the middle part of the first half and really dominated Algonquin, who are nationally ranked. Fontaine drives the lane, dishes off, and traveling violation called prior to Fontaine, last year's OCAA scoring champion. Again, one of the top scorers in the league, currently 4th in the OCAA in scoring. Freilich right side to Middleton. And Middleton looks back to Freilich. They work the top. Reed from three-point range. Not afraid to shoot it. Look for Reed to shoot the three a lot tonight. Freilich tries, doesn't go off the rim. Brad Robinson with a big rebound. The Peterborough, Ontario native clears the boards. Alex Petrie runs the lane. Sees Robinson baseline, and Brad smartly and wisely pulls it out. Fontaine from the top, drives left. Sees Petrie. Estabrooks, nice pass inside to Robinson, and no doubt about it, you're not going to stop him inside. He is just unstoppable inside the paint.
Not a chance against that 6'8" Brad Robinson. It was a first-team All-Star last year. He's playing like that this year as well for Durham.
Oh, big defense there. Robinson with a tower of strength to block that shot. Greg Sine, intimidated, but nonetheless gets his shot off. Number 30, Greg Sine hits the bucket for Loyalist. 20-12, 8-point lead for Loyalist. 11-10 to go in the first half.
Petrie slowing it down again, trying to get Durham into their set offense.
Dennis Barham powers inside, goes up quick, and a quick first step. One of the quickest first steps in the league. He gets up there, they battle away, and Brad Robinson with a big tip in with the right hand. And Robinson now has 8 points. And he's back down the court again, and Robinson scores the bucket, his first guy back to help block the shot. And a little slowly is Coach Vincent concerned on that particular play. A little bit of background on Robinson, a knee injury, suffered early in the season. Came back, had to go undergo arthroscopic surgery early in the season, was out 3 weeks, and is now playing his 4th game back since the injury without any ill effects, but he looked a little gingerly getting up after that play, Matt.
Well, that last play we saw him, as you say, go from one end straight down to the other to block the shot. But he's still out there, moving around, didn't have to come out of the game.
With the ball around, Alex Petrie with the J, doesn't go. Robinson hustling, the big guy, not afraid to hustle after the ball. Keeps the ball for Durham, new shot clock, and they'll run it again with Alex Petrie at the helm. Petrie, number 42, works to the right side. Adam Estabrooks inside Fontaine, left hand doesn't go, but Dennis Barham there again. And it seems like he can just hang in the air at any particular time. He lays it in.
Just a tremendous leaper, tipped it up with one hand while he was in the air. Great play for Durham, 2 points for Durham.
And Big D, Robinson now forced inside.
No basket.
Offensive foul. Middleton had the lane, but he was out of control. He ran into a Durham player. It was an offensive foul. Middleton questions it, but I think referee Mr. Peter Stachek made the right call in that particular situation.
Referees are right most of the time, and I think he was on that one. Justin Fontaine will inbounds. Bit of discussion here.
And we're with 9:51 to go in the first half. The score: Loyalist 20, Durham 16. Referee Peter Stachek confirms with the scorers table and the minor officials. And the foul actually was called before the bucket was scored. The bucket does not count. Captain of Loyalist College, David Freilich, questions and asks one final question. We're back to play here. Adam Estabrooks running the fast break and the press break at this particular time. Fontaine, one-on-one coverage. Freilich tough to keep up with number 4. Lightning quick, Justin Fontaine. Robinson inside, nice pass to Estabrooks. And a bucket for number 11, Adam Estabrooks, his first of the game. And we certainly have to be happy with Adam Estabrooks' play, as Coach Vincent is, in the early going. And the play stopped here, and a technical foul has been issued to David Freilich of Loyalist College. Probably violation at first called upon Loyalist, and I guess Freilich didn't like the call and voiced his displeasure to the referee.
A lot of things just happened in that sequence. First of all, it was a nice inside pass from Brad Robinson to Adam Estabrooks. As you mentioned, strong contributor for Durham College at 8.5 points a game. Dennis Barham played some strong D, forced a turnover, and as I said, they didn't like that.
And for those fans at home, our viewing audience right here, Justin Fontaine now going to the line to shoot a technical foul called by referee Mr. Gord Black. Fontaine hits the first one, 2-shot technical foul, and it was for verbal misconduct on behalf of Mr. David Freilich from Loyalist. And Fontaine with his second shot to tie the game. And he hits it. The score tied now at 20-all, 9:36 to go. And on the technical foul, Durham will also maintain possession of the ball.
Justin Fontaine doesn't miss too many free throws. He's an 85% free throw shooter on the year, one of the top in the OCAA play this year.
Featured inbounds, Durham with possession, looking to take their first lead of the game since they led 2-0 in the early going. Petrie at the top, slows things down as they run a box offense. Looks to Fontaine, not afraid to shoot at all whatsoever. Baseline, and tipped away. Scott Reed with an excellent defensive play for Loyalist. He also runs the court. Number 54, Loyalist, Rob Martin, back to Reed. Inside to number 20, Dwayne Edwards seeing his first action of the game. Scott Reed from three-point range, doesn't go. Tipped away. Scott also gets the rebound, and another example of chasing your shot, following your initial shot, you get the rebound. Greg Stein follows up, and what that hustle meant for Scott Reed was a bucket by his teammate.
If you're the shooter, you usually know if the ball's in or not, and you know if it's off to one side. Durham a little too aggressive there.
Good idea by Estabrooks, pass, but maybe he could have hung on a little bit late at the pass, but a fine play by Estabrooks to run the floor for the big guy. Certainly proves he can handle the ball full court, dribbling as well as playing the post as Estabrooks does so well.
Estabrooks is a multi-talented player for Durham.
Edwards, a little loose of the ball there. Scott Reed fakes inside to his brother Adam Reed. Reed from three-point range doesn't go. Estabrooks with a rebound just off the outstretched hands. It'll be Loyalist possession.
Estabrooks had a box out on the Loyalist player, but just couldn't hold on to the ball.
Number 42, Matt Middleton of Loyalist, back in the game.
Scott Reed, number 22 for Loyalist, will inbounds the ball to his brother Adam Reed, checked out, and it'll remain a Loyalist possession. In fact, Scott Reed, the leading scorer for Loyalist last year in the team, led the team in scoring at 14.5 points a game this year as well. He also leads the team hitting to this game at 14.5 points per game. Adam Reed looks inside. Middleton not expecting the pass, didn't see a 3-on-1 break. Petrie leads it to Dennis Barham. Smooth inside, left hand, and there we go, another perfect example of a Dennis Barham athletic move inside, count the bucket, and he'll go to the line to shoot one.
One of the great things about that play was that he used his left hand. You're able to use your right and your left, your double threat to your opposition. Dennis Barham gets the bucket, and now the chance for a three-point play.
And as they're tied right now, Dennis Barham looking to put Durham in the lead with 8:14 to go in the first half. Fine offensive effort. Barham has been a real force in his first year here. The Lester B. Pearson graduate joins fellow teammate Sherlon Chance, also of Lester B. Pearson, a grad, and forming quite a formidable front court and back court offense.
But a lane violation there against Loyalist that gives Dennis Barham a second chance to complete the three-point play. Barham's a 68% free throw shooter, and you should give him a second chance.
And Barham hits it, puts Durham up 23-22. They lead for the first time since the early going. Reed, three-point range. There's Reed again, his second three-point field goal of the game. One of the top leading three-point field goal shooters in the league. In fact, so far this season, Scott has hit 6 in the regular season in 4 games, but for many more this OCAA season. Fontaine inside, doesn't get it to roll. Barham again hustling on D. It seems like he never ends with his defensive ability. Craig Stein inside, pass is stolen by Barham. Barham's there again, looks up, tries to get it to Fontaine, does. Fontaine takes the ball and lays it in with defensive help from Adam Reed. Just couldn't stop him. We're tied at 25, 7:26 to go. Adam Reed, three-point range doesn't go. Maybe not a good shot selected area for Adam Reed there as he gave the ball up.
That was almost NBA three-point range.
They come back down. Alex Petrie misses the layup, and Durham had a chance to take the lead. They got to start converting. Here we go again, run and gun out of Estabrooks. It's 2-on-1 with Estabrooks and Fontaine. And Fontaine takes the smart way, lays it in, showing why he was the OCAA leading scorer last year. Very calm, very cool under pressure. He lays it in. 2-point lead for the Lords. Loyalist trying to tie it here. Reed to Middleton, back to Reed. Dwayne Edwards controlling the ball. They work the perimeter for Loyalist. Middleton dishes inside, Greg Stein, and he lays the ball in. Nice inside move for Greg Sign, and another bucket for the big guy. His 6th point of the game.
As a way to tackle the zone defense that Durham had, passes around the outside, look for the inside man, and they get the bucket. Fontaine brings the ball up for Durham, into Robinson.
Robinson inside again. His own rebound, tough to stop, and there we go again. I tell you, he misses, he still gets his own rebound, lays it in, draws a foul. Seems to be Robinson maybe ailing a little bit from that collision he had at the other end of the court about 5 minutes ago. But not one to come out of the game for an injury. Robinson certainly doing his job to lead his Lords in this game today.
Well, you know, he's got to play a strong inside game, scoring, and especially rebounding and playing some tough defense for Durham.
You know, Robinson averaging over 13 points a game, 13.8 to be exact. 5 points, only 5 points Friday night, with his season average being close to 14. They could have used it. Tonight he's really taken charge and really shown that he's going to be a factor again and get his team back in the win column.
There's no doubt he realizes he's a strong contributor to this Durham team, offensively and defensively. And as you said, he's taken that upon himself so far tonight.
Reed looks inside Edwards. They work it back to the opposite Reed. That's Adam Reed, number 32. Shepard off Shepard's hand, and Loyalist turns the ball over.
That ball had to go high over the outstretched arm of Brad Robinson. His defense there again forces the turnover.
Fontaine clears out. He says, I'll take this myself. Very tough to handle covering Justin Fontaine. He's so quick. And on the spur of the moment, his first step is so quick. Estabrooks, jump shot. And he gets the roll. He must be a Celtics fan with that roll. Little Celtic on the rim there, tipped it in, and 2 points for Adam Estabrooks.
Shooter's roll. Had a good follow through, makes the shot.
Baseline, Dwayne Edwards off the rim, and just short of the rim, but we got a foul underneath. It was a pushing foul. Early indication would suggest that it goes towards Loyalist.
We're in the bonus situation here for Durham. It's a 1-on-1. If they make the first one, they'll get a chance at the second one. Durham's made up this deficit they faced before. They now lead by 5 points, 32-27 here at Durham College. Brad Robinson will have a 1-on-1 bonus situation. David Frelick.
Robinson goes to the line, a 5-point lead for the Lords at this particular time, 5:36 to go in the first half. And Robinson's already equaled his scoring output on Friday evening. And just a tremendous start for the big 6'9" center. In fact, it's listed at 6'8", but he's more like 6'9" or 6'10" for sure. If anybody gets a chance to stand up next to him at a game here at the complex.
You look up to Brad. You look
you know, as the cliche goes, you tend to look up to some players. You can certainly look up to Brad Robinson for sure. And doesn't get the second one to go. Rare miss for Robinson at the foul line. Adam Reed controls for Loyalist at center court. They work the right side. Inside, Middleton drives to the lane, doesn't go. And the foul was on Sherlon Chance at Durham, number 52.
It's one of those aggressive fouls going for the rebound. Loyalist will get the ball out on the side. David Frelick will be inbounding. Oh, we're going underneath the basket.
Checked away by Chance, making it very difficult to inbounds the ball. Loyalist maintains possession. Adam Reed now with possession, left side. Back to Scott Reed in three-point range. Back to Reed. They work the perimeter well, looking for the chance to go inside. But a tremendous outside shooting game from the perimeter for the Loyalist Lancers. A threat at all times. Try to get through the middle. Stolen by Fontaine. Not a very good pass attempt by Reed.
Bit of a lazy pass on that attempt. You have to make good, crisp passes.
Fontaine drives, looks to get the ball inside. Robinson sees the ball, goes off his hand, and gets back to Fontaine. Great move by Fontaine. Jump shot. Doesn't go. Rebound. Durham touched. The Loyalist, a 1-on-4, and Matt Middleton will wisely pull up.
You don't want to go 1-on-4 unless you're Mr. Jordan.
Big rebound by Brad Robinson. They just went up right over top, and Scott Reed took the ball right away from him. Just an outstanding defensive play.
A bit of a rebounding mismatch that will always be in favor of Robinson.
Robinson now to Chance, looks to shoot three, takes the ball hard, dishes off to Patrick Johnson.
There's a foul against Loyalist. I think he got him on the arm.
And the foul's on Adam Reed, signaled by referee Danny Lee underneath. Possession shot, however, it is bonus, but it'll be a 2-shot foul. Once a team reaches the 10th team foul of a half, the 1-and-1 bonus situation then becomes a 2-shot automatic shooting situation.
So first ball will be dead, whether it goes in or not. Pat Johnson will be taking 2 shots. Johnson makes his first one. He's a 75% free throw shooter, so that's no surprise. Johnson is first year here in the business administration program at Durham College. Makes his second one as well.
34-27, Durham leads, 4:20 to go in the first half. David Fraley controls the ball for Loyalist. Matt Middleton jump shot, doesn't go, rebound. Scott Reed keeps the ball alive. Nowhere to go inside with Brad Robinson there. But he scores the bucket anyway. I don't know how he got the shot off. It was unbelievable. Scott Reed, what a great athletic play. He got the shot off, draws a foul, and the basket goes.
He actually was falling down when he took that shot. As you said,
Just incredible play, and showing why he's one of the top players in the OCAA this season.
he was OCAA All-Star last year. He'll probably be here at the OCAA Men's All-Star Basketball game in January 22nd, hosted by Durham College. Reed takes the free throw and makes a 3-point play.
Big bucket for Loyalist, 34-30, a 4-point lead now for Durham. A little full court pressure here. Patrick Johnson to bring the ball up as Chance and Esterbrook's clear. Durham breaks the full court well. They lift the ball up. Robinson goes in for the dunk, and he's fouled. I mean, they knew he was going for the dunk there. And a foul on the play. Robinson will go to the line again. And it's a favorite spot at the charity stripe so far in this game for Brad Robinson.
The foul's on Matt Middleton. Second foul against Middleton. Robinson will get 2 shots. Robinson struggling a bit at the line. It's missed his 3rd in a row. He's normally a 50% free throw shooter.
And Robinson hits it. Finishes 1 for 2, 35-30, Durham leads, 3:54 to go. Matt Middleton looks inside. Loyalist ever dangerous. All 5 guys can score from anywhere, and it's a real pleasure for Coach Jim Buck to see that kind of offensive talent in his Loyalist squad. He can go to anybody at any time. Turn the ball over here. Chance hustles, can't save it. Barely stepped on the line, but it was a violation. Great hustle though, and Durham just never stops. Coach Vincent has his squad all over the court.
You always have to move your feet. When you're playing defense, it's feet, move them around. Cheryl and Chance did on that play. Knocked the ball away. Stopped Loyalist in their tracks, although they bring the ball in now.
You know, right now, Coach Vincent, 9 guys out of his 12 dressed have seen the court. And he goes to his bench. He goes deep. He believes in his bench, and they're a real important part of this Durham squad. And Middleton hits for 2, and it's a 3-point lead for the Lords. Esterbrook controls. Sees Fontaine. They're trapped in the corner. Close to a 10-second violation at half, but they get the ball over. Chance wide open, right hand, and lays it in. Unfortunate for Loyalist, a great job presenting a defensive pressure situation, but the Lords make it count and capitalize.
And Cheryl and Chance again with a steal to Pat Johnson.
Court, again, quick as anything, and Justin Fontaine lays it in for 2. 7-point lead for Durham, 39-32, just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. And that's how quick it can turn. They're quick, they run the floor, and it's a really exciting game to watch here. Fralick at the top, works it to Reed. Back this side, a great sign. They look the middle, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Fralick looks, takes a shot. They know they got to get a shot out. Sign from the baseline, hits it with 2 seconds on the shot clock. That's twice now they've done that. They've worked the clock, and they hit a clutch bucket.
That was Greg Sign who made that bucket. He's scoring 4.5 points a game. He was a strong contributor last year and doing just as well this year, if not better.
Patrick Johnson, of course, very tough to guard, very tough with his size. Chance comes up with air, but the rebound goes to Johnson underneath. And in that particular situation, he's called for an offensive foul. I don't think there was any room for him there to move. And the only move that he had was to go right through the Loyalist player. And that's what Johnson chose to do at that particular time. 5-point lead for Durham. Loyalist will try to cut it to 3 on this inbounds. Brightling to control again. He's a quarterback of the Loyalist offense. Reed this time. Durham, tenacious defense as they play a 2-3 zone right now. Middleton inside. Dwayne Edwards up with the big guys. Blocked! And a huge block. And new to the game is number 23, Bill LaRon. Durham runs the floor. Sherlock chance. On the rim. Billy LaRon was up there.
No basket.
In fact, it was touched in the cylinder mat. Billy LaRon, did he ever get up on that play? The ball was in the offensive cylinder. Bill LaRon touched the ball even though it went in. And that's ruled offensive goaltending. And Durham, no basket.
You can't touch the ball when it's in the offensive cylinder. Loyalist comes back, gets a layup of their own. Cuts the lead to 39-36.
And Johnson once again, 1:34 to go in the first half. Johnson 1-on-1. I don't think Edwards can handle defensively what Johnson can do. Line violation.
Edwards did force
trying to go around the outside, actually stepped on the end line, and it's a turnover in favor of Loyalist. Into the game now for Loyalist number 44, Derek Campbell, seeing his first action of the game.
Minute 28 left, still a 3-point lead for Durham.
Number 44.
I'm sure at this juncture of the game, Loyalist will look for a good shot to cut the lead.
Reed at the top, looks inside, guarded double team there, chance to steal. Bill LaRon, the first-year forward from Ottawa. A pleasant surprise for Coach Vincent. He's going to be an outstanding player by the time he's graduated here. Sign left wide open, takes the ball in and a bucket. 1-point lead for Durham, and 1 minute to go in the first half. Fontaine drives, takes it to the hole, puts it up, and unbelievably gets the roll. The basket goes, and there's a foul.
Justin Fontaine just showed his ball handling ability right there, his athletic ability to have the body control to make the shot. And
Fontaine this year, obviously one of the top scorers in the league, also one of the top scorers in the Lords this year. But finding a little different situation as the go-to guy last year, Justin's now surrounded by an impressive offensive contingent. He doesn't have to be the go-to guy all the time. As you can see, with nearly 5 guys averaging double digits for the Lords offense, Fontaine obviously one of the top players on the Lords team. 5-point lead, and we're into 40 seconds to go in the first half as Loyalist works the perimeter. 3-point attempt by Derek Campbell, full, maybe not the best shot selection with about 15 seconds on the shot clock. And I know Coach Buck was probably pleased to see that. Johnson breaks the 3-on-2 to dish off. Robinson inside, draws a foul, and Robinson will go to the line again.
I said that a number of times, you'll probably say it a number of times through the course of the season. Brad Robinson is a tower of strength underneath the offensive glass. 23.2 seconds left here. They might have considered holding it for the last shot, but typical aggressive style, Durham went for the 2 points, and now they're going to get Brad Robinson at the line shooting 2. Coming back in the game is Rob Martin for Loyalist.
Keep this break in the action here while Robinson attempts to hit a couple buckets here. And Durham's next action goes next Tuesday, a non-conference game when they play host to Canton College from Ogdensburg, New York. 7:30 game Tuesday night will be broadcast on Rogers Community 10 here from the Durham College Athletic Complex. Tickets are still available, and also you'll have a chance to win a Geo Tracker Sweepstakes finalist opportunity as part of the Athletic Complex Durham College and their Sweepstakes program. That game will be broadcast, as I said, on Rogers Community 10 on Tuesday, December the 7th. Derek Campbell, left side, works the ball. To the left side again. Middleton from 3-point range. Hits a 3 at the dying seconds here. Durham inbounds, and the Loyalist picks up a quick 3 by Matt Middleton. The score at the half, Durham 44, Loyalist 41. We go to halftime with the following summary. Durham obviously pleased to come back from the score. Correction, we'll check on the score coming in the second half. The official score has 44. We'll check to verify that, whether it's 45 or 44. I think we've been questioning on that. And we'll have a verification for the second half. This is Ken Babcock from the Durham College Athletic Complex. We'll be back after these important messages.
If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions about your community channel, Rogers Community 10, please call the Rogers response line at 436-3500. That's 436-3500. Your comments and suggestions regarding our programming are greatly appreciated. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave your name and phone number. That's the Rogers response line, 436-3500.
Oh, yeah. Year 2000 along, all right.
Let's take a look at what's on the TV tonight, eh? Let's see. Ah. What the heck is going on here? What? Honey! Honey, there's something wrong with the TV again.
Oh.
Yeah, I really should get that remote fixed.
Looks to Durham. He has 5 points in the second. He now has 10 points on the game.
He normally averages about 14 points a game, so he had a slow first half, but he's making up for that now.
Dennis Durham really keeping the ball alive, avoiding a travel. If he hadn't dribbled the ball, it would have been a traveling violation, but just a great move by Dennis Durham.
Really thinking on that play, Dennis Durham, as you say, keeping the ball alive, avoiding the travel.
Alex Petrie one-on-one with Scott Reed here, works the left side. Bit of a reach foul. Petrie shakes it off and I guess distracted by that. In fact, might have been fouled, but no call on the play. David Freilich brings the ball back up. 8-point lead for Durham.
Coach mentioned has really got his team stressing defense in the second half. That's their focal point. That's what's going to win them games.
Robinson full court, and I guess as football says, his receivers turned up early. He didn't run their proper route. Maybe not the best play for Robinson in that particular situation.
Perhaps Brad should stick to his strong inside play instead of trying to be a quarterback here.
In fact, Matt, to update our fans at home here as well, halftime score was corrected by the scores table. It was 44-41, not 45-41 as we had reported. And we're back to regular action. It's 49-41, 18-18 remaining in the second half.
Durham's going to try the trap here. Half court. Alex Petrie has the good hands, knocks away the inside pass. Smart play by Petrie, showed his defensive ability there, and the ball remains with Loyalist.
Scott Reed inbounds underneath the basket out to Greg Sign. They work the perimeter. Freilich out to the top to Adam Reed. Back inside, Matt Middleton not afraid to take it to the big guy. Intimidated a little bit by Robinson. Doesn't go. New 30 though.
Trying to trap here, two-man in the
Freilich
corner.
works the corner. Scott Reed. And they move the ball so well. Three-point attempt, and Adam Reed hits three for Loyalist.
That's the way to beat
5-point lead for Durham.
That's the way to beat the trap. Hit the three-point shot. Scott Reed does that. Third three-pointer of the game.
Alex Petrie now controlling the ball, seeing great playing time for the second-year guard. Petrie really coming into his own here for the Lords. Barham controls an errant pass. Left side, looks inside. Not quite sure who that was for, but it was turned over. Loyalist takes the ball. Scott Reed runs the floor, and a little bit of that. I think maybe Reed wasn't in as control as he thought he was. Perhaps not the best pass, but these teams today, Matt, are running and gunning, and they're running the floor.
We've seen both teams already in this first half try a long baseball pass, length of the court.
Barham once again drives the lane. He's so elusive in the key, and once he hits the paint, there's just no stopping him.
As we mentioned before, he's got the great ability to use either hand. Tremendous asset.
42.
Draw a lot of fouls, get to the line a lot, and that's just exactly what Dennis Barham did right now.
First team and a half.
He'll be taking two shots. No play on the first one.
And doesn't get the roll for Barham. This is the first one. Alex Petrie has a word of advice to Barham.
Dennis is usually a good free throw shooter, around 70% for the year. take a second one now. And hits it cleanly. 50-44 for Durham College.
6-point lead as David Freilich runs the O as they bring it just across center. Greg Stein posts up in the middle for Loyalists as they work the ball well. Turnover, however, the big guy maybe shouldn't have put the ball over the floor there, but you know, that's what happens. The ball goes to the floor and the guards are there.
That was a forced turnover because
Nice
Durham
move
was
by
going to trap the
Petrie.
defense.
I got a foul on the play here. Referee Gord Black signals. And looks like Greg Stein, number 30, may have taken maybe an elbow or ran into someone there with his mouth, obviously favoring his lip right now. And he appears to be okay. Loyalist inbounds the ball. We'll bring it up. Trailing by 6. They'll look to cut it to 4. 16:32 to go in the second half. Scott Reed baseline. I don't know where he's going. He must be just tiptoeing across the baseline. Gets the ball to David Freilich. And there's a foul.
And fouls on Brad Robinson. Went for the block, but got him across the arm. It'll be 2 shots for Alex Reed. So excuse me, 2 shots David Freilich for Loyalist College. Out of
And David Freilich, one of my favorite players in the OCAA, in his 3rd season. He played 1 season, took a year off, had played his first university college season at Carleton and had an outstanding year. Found the program of his choice at Loyalist College and has fit in extremely well under head coach Jim Buck and Bruce Collins' system. And they have done great things with the Loyalist College basketball program over the last 5 years, including last year an OCAA Division II championship. Scott Reed at the top, looks to his brother Adam, dishes off to Freilich. Reed to his brother Scott Reed, and these guys see a lot of playing time, the Reed brothers, and obviously one of the top tandems of brothers in the league. And we find it very rare that brothers do play in the same team at the college system. In fact, Bobby Hurley and his brother Danny couldn't even play together at the college system as Danny takes off to Vanderbilt in the NCAA. It just doesn't seem to work, but here at Loyalist, the brothers play well, they complement each other, and in fact, they're a big part of Loyalist's offense this season.
On the last play, Loyalist got their basket with 1 second left on the shot clock.
3-point lead for Durham, 15:44 to go. Justin Fontaine to inbounds at half court. Dennis Barham squares up. Oh, nice move to beat Reed. Takes it, pops for the J, hits it for 2. And Barham now 7 points in the second half. He has 12 on the game. Fast-paced action here at the Durham College Gymnasium, the athletic complex, home of the Lords. Inside, Loyalist Greg Stein, defended by Robinson, but back on the board. We go end to end, and people are answering with baskets left and right.
Last play, I think Robinson wanted to avoid another foul. He didn't want to pick up 2 quick ones early in the second half. So he held back a bit, and Loyalist is able to get the layup.
Another quiet time now as Fontaine slows it down here. Looks inside. Patrick Johnson, right hand, scoop layup. Not the way you want to teach younger children to score, but Patrick Johnson to do it with the ability and the strength he has. A one-hand layup counts for 2.
It's not an easy shot. Pat Johnson could do that there for Durham. There's a steal on the play, and Justin Fontaine brings it back for Durham.
Fontaine likes to work the right side. There's the ball over. We got a foul, a pushing foul, and David Freilich. A bit unfortunate in that particular play. Fontaine gets back to his feet. And, you know, what can we say about Justin Fontaine? Last year as Durham College Athlete of the Year, OCAA scoring leader, and just a real bonus for Coach Terry Vincent and his Durham men's team.
Pat Johnson was just determined to take it to the hole that time.
Look at Barham. He's all over the floor. Always seems to be in the thick of things and just super quick. It's like he just floats through the air. A rebound on that errant 3-point attempt by Loyalist, and Patrick Johnson runs it for him 2-on-3. Dishes to Barham. Probably would have been a better idea to pull it up, but Durham's always looking for the basket. Might have been a traveling there by Reed, but it's not noticed by the officials. And David Freilich gets a bucket to draw Loyalist back to 3. 3-point lead for Durham, just under 14 minutes to go.
Durham's tried to pull ahead a number of times, but Loyalist just will not quit. They're are at a 3-point deficit now. They keep on coming. Durham's fighting hard too. 54-51 for Durham. Here with 13:41 left in the second half.
Dennis Barham, obviously for Durham, number 40, an excellent addition to the Lord's team. And just quality minutes he gives Coach Vincent every time he's on the court, 110% all the time, and just the epitome of what you want to try to get out of your players while they're on the court.
Dennis can hit the threes and make some strong inside plays that we've seen earlier today already.
Oh, a little bit of a rough touch there for Barham, maybe trying to do a little too much. We might add Dennis Barham, also an outstanding student here at Durham College in his first year of the Law and Security program. Just a tremendous athlete and a tremendous student in his first year program.
Brad Robinson gets the rebound now for that tough shot from Loyalist, hands off to Fontaine, and they're trying to set their offense on this time down the floor.
Barham left side drives, lays it in, and I think the foul's before the call. That ball went in, however, referee Danny Lee signals that Dennis Barham's shot did not count with a foul before the play, and Durham will maintain possession underneath the basket. And what can we say about Dennis Barham? He seems to be everywhere the ball is. The ball is, Dennis Barham is. Can't ask for more than that.
That's right, Ken. Offensively and defensively, he's played a strong game so far, especially in the second half.
And great defense by Loyalist College. They draw a 5-second violation. You're allowed 5 seconds to put the ball in play, and Durham expired that 5 seconds and couldn't get the ball into play. Turnover to Loyalist. Dennis Barham, there he is again. Maintains possession. In fact, could have been possibly a foul against the Loyalist player, Scott Reed, but both players, Scott and Dennis, just great competitors. And ball actually went over to Loyalist. Timeout at Loyalist College, just breaking the action. The score, 54-51 Durham, 13:02 remaining in the second half. As Coach Vincent goes over the squad's routine for the next time, he's going to talk about his next plan here for his Lords. Coach Vincent, obviously no stranger to the OCAA, his 10th season in the OCAA as a head coach. He's also approaching his 100th career victory and currently has 94 in his OCAA career, spanning his time at Northern College and Kirkland Lake, Canadore College in North Bay, and also starting his first year here at Durham College. Terry was born in Louisiana and also went to school in the States and was transferred up, coaching at different levels, including the CBA, Continental Basketball Association, also at the university level out in Saskatchewan. And now he's at Durham College, and the Durham College program is going to take their next step in becoming a competitive OCAA squad and hopefully eventually a national championship caliber squad here in the Oshawa area.
Last year, Durham was 6-10 in the season. Didn't qualify for postseason play. This year, already 4-1. Much stronger team, much better balanced, and they'll be looking for the playoffs come the new year.
Well, you can really see that too. Just the caliber, the tempo, the charisma, the fans that they've been drawing. Although tonight's turnout is probably not as large as the past games. We've been averaging about 600 fans here, and the weather, along with other student activities on campus, and the fact that it was a big game Friday night. Not as big a crowd as normal, but boy, the crowds have been great. You have to get out and see this action, and you can also watch it right now as we're speaking on Rogers Community 10. Dennis Barham with the ball, lightning quick, and it's so tough to cover Dennis full court. Nice pass inside Johnson to Robinson, takes it up strong, it goes, and we got a foul, and Brad Robinson again, as we speak, Matt, will go to the line.
Robinson went to the line 6 times the first half, 7 actually, 5 for 7. And we see again that he'll be going once more for his 8th free throw attempt of the day. And this is, I believe, his 3rd chance for a 3-point play. So he's been really strong inside, strong enough to get over the defender, and go for the free throw as he does there. 3-point play for Brad Robinson.
And Loyalist brings the ball down, 57-53. Durham, 12:34 to go in the second half. They look inside. Oh, might have been a travel. They let it go. Inside, Jason Shepard with the jump shot. It doesn't go, and Adam Escobar rebounds for Durham. As we can see, Matt, also, Durham also looks to run the floor. They look to run the floor first. If it's not there, the veteran point guard, Justin Fontaine, number 4, pulls up and runs the offense. Patrick Johnson. A little bit of confusion underneath as one of Loyalist's players got underneath Patrick Johnson. In fact, a dangerous situation when somebody goes up for a layup like that. The basket counted, and I think Patrick came down on one of the Loyalist players.
He's being warned by one of the officials right now.
In fact, I'm not sure whether it wasn't an accident, but it's an unfortunate situation.
It happens these times in
And
competitive
referee
games.
Gord Black, the head senior official here in the Durham region, is talking it over with Kerry Vincent, explaining what's happening with Patrick Johnson.
43 goals, flagrant technical foul.
That was called a flagrant technical foul
In fact,
against
as we
Pat
get
Johnson.
the final reading here, Gord Black, the official, has called a flagrant technical foul on Patrick Johnson of Durham. In fact, that means he is now out of the game.
Technical foul called on 43 of Durham, Patrick Johnson.
I think he was not too pleased with the push he was getting underneath the basket, scored the bucket, and then made some action against the Loyalist player who was on the ground.
As Coach Vincent goes back, he's questioning the call with Gord Black. Apparently, looked from our screen, it looked like an accident. What will happen is, from a better view, I'm sure that only Patrick Johnson will know what happened. And from the referee standpoint, obviously, they do a great job, and Gord Black was there on top of it. He made the call, and it's a call he'll stand by. And obviously, he saw something we didn't, and Patrick Johnson's now out of the game. We just hope there's no injuries in a situation like that when something happens, and it's unfortunate for Durham. But Gord Black's now explaining the call to Brad Robinson at center court.
Good job by the officials here to keep cooler heads, under control, separate the
officials
players.
here, as Matt said, always take control. They saw something we didn't, and obviously it was quite serious what happened, and it looked quite innocent, however, but that did happen, and it's called a flagrant foul in the view of the official. Scott Reed will go to the line to shoot a technical foul here for Loyalist, and he hits the first.
Reed's a 76% free throw shooter, made his first one. This is the second one in the technical foul call against Pat Johnson of Durham. Patrick Johnson is now out of the game based on that call.
1 of 2 for Reed from the line, a 5-point lead for Durham, 59-54, 12:08 to go in the second half. Scott Reed maintains possession for Loyalist. He'll inbounds the ball here to David Freilich. Scott Reed, the left side, looks inside. Jason Shepard takes it up strong. Robinson defending, a little bit of intimidation there again with the big guy. David Freilich inside, nothing there. Defensively, Durham shuts the door.
Once again, strong interior
What a steal,
defense.
Scott Reed actually steals. Scott Reed steals the ball out of nowhere. Possession hits the bucket, an outstanding bucket for them. However, they get burned the other end of the zone as Sherlock Chance, number 52, lays the ball in to put Durham back into a 5-point lead, 61-56.
As you mentioned, Durham always looking up court for the fast break. They got it there. 2 points for Sherlock Chance.
Scott Reed, 3-point range, doesn't go. Rebound, though, however, by Derek Campbell. Loyalist again, tipped away by Dennis Barham. Possession indicated by referee Gord Black in favor of Loyalist College.
I think that foul call against Pat Johnson has really inspired his teammates here. They're getting more aggressive, playing tougher defense, hustling all over the court, make some strong plays.
Baseline checked away by Chance. Estabrooks possession. Durham will look to run their half-court offense once they bring it up court. We see a little bit of full-court pressure now from Loyalist. Left side to Dennis Barham. Stops and shoots 3. Doesn't go. Rebound, Brad Robinson. One attempt, doesn't go. Loyalist runs the other way. And not the best play, perhaps, for Loyalist. They turn the ball over, and we're running again. Run and gun. Brad Robinson off the backboard. I think he wanted to pass. Dennis Barham can't get it to go. And we've got a foul called on the play against Loyalist.
There's a little bit of sugar on that pass, and Brad Robinson looked like he wanted to try an alley-oop play.
It obviously looked like that. These guys can definitely play above the rim.
Oh, no doubt about that. Dennis Barham, again, as we talked earlier in this game, showed his aggressive play, went for the offensive rebound, went again when he couldn't get it, and drew the foul.
And in fact, in this particular situation, the foul was on Jason Shepard of Loyalist, number 34. That was his 5th personal foul, and he has fouled out of the game. We're here at the Durham College Athletic Complex for the Rogers Community 10 OCAA college basketball event. My name is Ken Babcock, and my assistant Matt Ackler bringing you the action here on Rogers Community foul, and he has fouled out of the game. We're here at the Durham College Athletic Complex for the Rogers Community 10 OCAA college basketball event. My name is Ken Babcock, and my assistant Matt Ackler bringing you the action here on Rogers Community 10 from the Durham College Athletic Complex. 5-point lead for Durham. Loyalist taking time right now as Coach Buck goes over his actual mandatory timeout when one of his players fouls out, and he'll need to get a substitution as soon as the referees signal for the new player to come in. So Shepard fouled out of the game. He leaves the game. Not a bad game overall. He leaves the game with 6 points, and obviously he'll be missed inside. He had just a terrific first half handling Brad Robinson inside. Replacing him is number 30, Greg Sine. Fontaine runs baseline, looks the O. They pop it out to Dennis Barham. One-on-one defense with Scott Reed.
Good matchup there. Two great athletes.
Fontaine this time with a new shot clock. Looks inside to Robinson. Opposite side, Dennis Barham. So quick, takes it to the hole, left hand, and you know, when he wants to go to the hole, there's just no stopping him. There's just no stopping him. Second half now. 9 points in the second half, 14 on the game, and just tenacious defense as well. He just never lets up. Brad Robinson shuts the door inside. Fraley looks again, baseline. Jump shot, nothing, and we got a pushing foul underneath. Referees, Peter Stychuk, Gord Black, Denny Lee are really clamping down on the pushing and physical play. And the college game is physical underneath. There's banging going on. And these guys are beat up after the game. And it's really a situation where the officials are trying to clamp down a little bit on the extra pushing, the extra hand violations inside.
In that particular case, it was just going for a rebound there. Aggressive play by Adam Estabrooks. And now a steal by Estabrooks. Gives the ball off to Fontaine as they bring it up the court, trying to build on their 7-point lead.
And Fontaine guarded by Derek Campbell. Looks inside, Robinson. So well at passing as well as shooting. Dennis Barham doesn't get it to go. Rebound Fralick, and Loyalist runs the floor. Wide open in the lane. Greg Sine. Correction, that's number 50 on that particular play, Rob Martin, and he's fouled on the play.
Sherlon Chance made a good play there to stop the easy layup. No easy layups in this game. Force him to make the 2 free throws from the line.
63-56, Durham lead, 7-point lead, 9:23 to go in the second half. Inbounding the ball, next pass from Reed. And Matt Middleton drains the 5-foot jumper. They cut the lead to 5. Dennis Barham, a little full court pressure here from Loyalist. Left side, looks for the jumper, and hits the 2. 7-point lead once again for Durham, and Barham now with 16 points on the game.
Tremendous second half for Barham, as we mentioned, offensive, defensive, another steal.
Not a great position for Loyalist, as Durham now can look to move the lead to 9. Goes inside, Barham tries to be a little too fancy there, trying to get it to the big guy, but nonetheless, hustle everywhere.
It was, as you said, attempt to be a little bit too fancy. They made a solid pass, could have got the layup, but they maintained possession. Fontaine inbounds.
Sherlon Chance passes the ball out to Robinson, doesn't get there. Scott Reed running the floor again, and we certainly don't need a shot clock tonight.
Especially
David Fralick, right hand, should have had that one, didn't go, but Loyalist maintains possession. 3-point attempt doesn't go. Robinson rebounds. Durham maintains possession. Fontaine guarded closely by David Fralick. Fralick looking, and he passes off now. Just Fontaine once he picked up his dribble. Back outside to Fontaine. They work the top. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Fontaine looks to drive. Big first step. Dishes off. Turnover. Middleton to Reed. It's a horse race now. And a foul by Justin Fontaine. And a smart foul, I think, in that case, with Reed obviously going to lay an easy 2 in. He's going to make him earn it.
That's right, as you mentioned, Fontaine makes a smart play, avoids Loyalist getting the easy layup. And now Scott Reed will have to make 2 shots from the line, although he is an excellent free throw shooter and leading scorer for the Loyalist Lancers out of Belleville, Ontario, averaging 14.5 points a game this season so far, and an OCAA All-Star from last year.
In fact, topping off his All-Star award last year in regular season play, Scott was also an outstanding factor in Loyalist College's gold medal performance at the Division II Championships last year, defeating Cambrian in that final 83-68 in the gold medal final. Scott Reed was named an OCAA Championship Tournament All-Star as well, and just an outstanding player from the Belleville area. Robbins with a rebound. 6-point lead as Durham looks to keep the ball. Sherlock Chance gives the ball to a guard in that situation. That's probably the best idea. Fontaine looks to get the ball. And a 10-second violation. Tenacious defense there by Loyalist. They get a 10-second violation call. Each team, once they inbounds the ball, get 10 seconds to bring the ball over the center court area for those fans at home interested. And they didn't quite make it. Fontaine called 10-second violation. Adam Reed, the right side, jump shot doesn't go. Brad Reed and Chance both there. Rebound.
Scott Reed tied him up. Smart play by Scott Reed after Sherlock Chance had possession of the ball.
You know, it really was. In that situation, Chance has to keep the ball above his head. Smart play by Scott Reed to tie it up. And what it turns out to be is a possession for Loyalist and a chance to cut this lead back to 4. And cut it to 4. Scott Reed says, I'll take a 3. It's a 3-point lead now, 65-62, 7:24 to go in the second half. Fontaine runs the floor, takes it all the way. And a big dunk by Dennis Barham. He drives it home. Number 40, Dennis Barham. 18 points in the game. Adds a little color to that one. Durham leads by 5.
Fans love that exciting play of Dennis Barham once again.
And in fact, momentum swings amazingly Durham's way now. Greg Sines sees the ball, goes off his leg, out of bounds, possession Durham. Barham again wants to see the prime time again. However, dishes off to Fontaine. They're going to slow it down as a veteran guard. Number 4, Fontaine works the offense. Inside tipped away by number 42, Matt Middleton. And Sherlock Chance looking at the ball. Actually was touched against off Loyalist in that particular situation. Durham's possession.
Fontaine will inbound.
Nice pass from Robinson. Estabrooks can't get it to fall. Loyalist runs the court again, and they run the full court. Scott Reed with the ball, center court. Runs the offense from the top. Over to David Freilich, his longtime teammate. And a loose ball. We got a foul.
Come on, give me a break.
I think that's a foul on Sherlock
My guess
Chance.
is. And the fouls of Sherlock Chance. Loose ball. Could have went either way. Fouls against Chance, however. And really doesn't like the call. Peter Steinchuk taking charge. And I believe we're in a shooting foul bonus situation right now. 1-1. Going to the line for Loyalist is number 32, Adam Reed. And Reed this year so far has averaged 5.5 points a game. And played just strong ball offensively and defensively. Not a big scorer, but when he needs to and can be counted on, we can always be assured that Adam will be there when they need him.
He's a strong contributor to this team for Loyalists. A key reason why they're 4-0 coming to this point. That undefeated record is in jeopardy right now as they play Durham, trailing by 3 points, 67-64.
We talk about Loyalists' 4-0 record right now. Their last victory coming at the hands of Seneca College, a big victory against Seneca. The first time Loyalist College has beat Seneca in their college's history. They beat Seneca 98-90 last week. Durham opened the season with a victory over Seneca 70-50 here before a capacity crowd. And Loyalist has really brought their program into the big time, and they're showing it tonight by playing extremely well against Durham. And obviously the reason they're 4-0. Dennis Barham left side. Slows it down with a new shot clock for Durham. 6:22 to go second half. 3-point lead, 67-64 Durham. Estabrooks doesn't get it to go up to the back rim. Sign with the rebound. Reed to run the floor. Takes it inside. Middleton turn. Big block by Brad Robinson, and Durham maintains possession. 4th block of the game for Robinson.
You know whose territory that is. It's the big fella, Brad Robinson, number 55. Leading shot blocker for Durham, and one of the top in the OCAA.
Fontaine looks to shoot. Wisely dishes off. Sherlock Chance, right hand. It's a jump shot. 2 points for Sherlock Chance.
It's almost a 3-pointer for Chance.
Sherlock, also a graduate of Lester B. Pearson in his first year of business admit here at Durham College, and a welcome addition to the Durham College squad. Foley from the top of the key, passes it up, fakes, takes the shot, doesn't go. And it's unusual to see David miss an open shot like that.
In that particular instance, there weren't the rebounders there for Durham. They're lucky.
Steal here. Looks to Barham. Barham stops, takes it through the hole, finds a lane, doesn't go. I don't know how he got through there anyway, but didn't get the shot to go. But he was so exciting to watch.
It's 4-2 break for Loyalist, and they still can't convert.
Loyalist missing a couple key opportunities there to close the score. Dennis Barham with the rebound, his 7th of the game.
Even though it's late in the game, 5 minutes to go, it's still end-to-end action here at Durham College.
Barham left side sees Estabrook's pop. He's deadly from 10 feet. Estabrook shoots for 2. He now has 6 points in the game. And if you can remember our last TV game, Estabrook had the game of his life against Manshaw College, scoring 15 points and adding 12 rebounds. Estabrook takes his team into the timeout, leading by 7. The score, Durham 71, Loyalist 64, 4:47 to go in the second half. Remind you, we're bringing this game from the Durham College Athletic Complex and Rogers Community 10. We'll have all the OCAA college basketball action for you from the athletic complex here all season long. Don't be shy to miss the OCAA All-Star Games. They go January 22nd right here at the athletic complex. And in fact, the games go at 5:30 and 7:30 with the best college women's and men's basketball players heading to the court here in the Durham region for the OCAA All-Star Games. An exciting weekend. Rogers Community 10 will be there, and we'll be there bringing you the game here on the Community 10 Network. Coach Vincent ready to go. 5 minutes to go. Durham hopefully can maintain their lead. Second half against Algonquin College, Matt, on Friday night. Durham had the lead. They led the entire game for a 4-minute swing. They let it slip away. Algonquin got back in the game. And a 2-point victory in favor of the Algonquin College Thunder, but really Durham's game all the way. Coach Vincent's hoping that kind of thing doesn't happen with 4:37 to go in the game.
You can be sure that he's making that point to his teammates in that timeout, to his players for the Durham College. He wants them to have a consistent effort for the next 4 minutes and 47 seconds to keep that 7-point lead and get a victory here against Loyalist.
Durham inbounds the ball. Correction, Loyalist inbounds the ball. David Fairlick at the top of the court. Looks inside Middleton. They work the ball quickly. Nice defensive play by Sherlon Chance, batting the ball away. And that's the name of the game. Loyalist running ramp shot, averaging 85 points a game. And they run into the Durham defense. 64 is the total on the board with just under 5 minutes to go. In fact, Algonquin College Friday night, same factor. Algonquin had averaged over 100 points a game and going 4-0. Durham held them to 75 as a nationally ranked team. Look for Durham to be ranked nationally in the near future.
That's the approach that Coach Kerry Vincent wants to impress upon his players. Defense, defense, defense. That's what's going to win. And that's what's working for them so
Fontaine
far.
drives the lane. Nice dish. Chance had the layup, went for the dunk. He missed the dunk. Coach Vincent can't be pleased with that, but an easy layup passed up, and Chance wanted to put one down. Just wouldn't go.
I think he wanted to please the fans there on that one.
Big rebound again. In fact, not a rebound, but a steal. Dennis Barham, just a great game. My vote as player of the game, and certainly an outstanding performance. Dennis has just been like this since day one. As soon as the regular season started, struggled a bit in the preseason, but he has been just on fire in regular season. Three-pointer by Sherlon Chance, number 52. 10-point lead, their biggest lead of the game. Durham leads 74-64. 3:20 to go. They steal. The game appears to be in control this particular time as Justin Fontaine leads the way up court.
And who made that defensive play to knock it away? Dennis Barham once again.
Fontaine runs the middle, gets the roll. 2 for Justin Fontaine. They had 2 in the first half, correction, 11 in the first half. He now has 16 on the game for Durham and well above his season scoring average.
He's played a strong game, controlling the pace of the game for Durham, giving them that 12-point lead.
Adam Reed trying to get back with a quick 3. 12-point lead for Durham, their biggest lead of the game. Estabrook gives the ball to Fontaine. 2:45 to go in the second half.
All the players are staying on the bench for Durham. They're really excited about this. They want to make sure that they can maintain this lead. Do the things like coaches
the ball. Exactly, Matt. Fontaine controls the ball. Barham at the top. They're using the clock, obviously. 8 seconds in the shot clock. Barham leads the way, and we've got a foul reaching in. And what can we say about Dennis Barham? He's logged nearly 30 minutes tonight. And in college basketball, Matt, we play 2 20-minute halves. It's the same as the NCAA. We use the NCAA college basketball rules. And, 30 minutes is an awful lot of court time to log.
Especially when you play as aggressively as Dennis has played, as we keep on mentioning, offensively, defensively. I'll agree with you at this point, Ken. He's a player of the game for Durham up to this point. It's a 1-on-1 situation for Dennis. Means if he makes the first one, he'll get a second one, and he does just that.
And Matt, as we talk college basketball, this season, Loyalist obviously with a 4-0 record heading into the Christmas break. Durham's last game, regular season, they'll play on Tuesday. Rogers Community 10 will be broadcasting December 7th. Canton, New York's here. It should be a dandy if you get a chance to catch it. Should be a big crowd on hand. And what we're looking for here heading into the Christmas break is possibly a three-way tie between Algonquin, Loyalist, and Durham at the top of the Eastern Conference standings in the OCAA. Three-pointer doesn't go for Derek Campbell. 77-64, Durham leads. Estabrooks all alone. It's up to Algonquin. Possibly thought about Sherlock Chance and decided I better lay it in. Estabrooks does. He now has 8 points in the game. Right now we're looking 79-64, a 15-point lead. And it looks to be in hand for Durham.
I think that bucket by Adam Estabrooks might just have been the icing on the cake, give him a 79-64 lead, even though there's a foul on the play.
And surely as Durham dropped the game 75-73 Friday night to Algonquin here. Loyalist College not on the winning end of probably tonight's game is a 15-point lead, would certainly assure Durham probably about a victory tonight. Greg Stein at the line, but Loyalist College winners of the college tip-off tournament in October to kick off the 1993-94 season. 72-69 winners over Seneca that particular time. Look for Loyalist to be one of the top teams this season, and certainly a rematch when Durham travels to Loyalist in the new year to play Loyalist College. It'll be a fantastic game on the road for Durham.
Loyalist is trying to trap him, trying to have a foul there. Some of the Durham players are just too quick.
And a foul on that play, Dwayne Edwards for Loyalist number 20 draws a personal foul. Edwards in his first year with the program. 6 foot even. Coach, obviously, Coach Jim Block looking for his team to foul to stop the clock to try to get back into this game.
Coach Vincent for Durham right now just asking for a timeout. He wants to just go over a few things in the last minute and 35 seconds here. At Durham's
Danny Lee signals who actually called the timeout. Durham's coach Kerry Vincent calls timeout. Coach Buck, Coach Collins right now huddling with his Loyalist squad, going over their final game plan, and Coach Collins is saying, we need to stop the clock. We need to foul, non-possession. We've got 3 timeouts remaining. We need to stop the clock. We need to score, look for the shots. We need a bunch. And if there's any team that can do it with the 3-point guns that Loyalist has, I think this college from Belleville can, with Scott Reed, with Adam Reed, with David Fralick from the outside. They're not afraid to shoot. Coach Vincent knows that, giving his team their final prep here. And as we look across, Vincent almost followed his team onto the court there. He's so excited about this. And Durham's looking to go to 5-1 and get back in the thick of things in their standings.
I'll certainly put them ahead of Loyalist. Loyalist right now is 4-0. Durham right now 4-1. If they hold on to this lead, 79-65, they'll go up to 5-1 in the standings for second place behind the Algonquin Thunder.
As we speak, Dennis Barham at the line will run down the Eastern Conference. The OCAA College Basketball League broken down the following manner. The East Conference consists of Algonquin College, Cambrian from Sudbury, Centennial College, Loyalist, the Royal Military College, St. Lawrence College, Kingston, Seneca College, and also the Durham Lords in a tough, very tough Eastern Conference. The West Conference made up of defending 3-time national champion Humber College. Fanshawe College is also in the West. George Brown, Lambton College, Mohawk College from Hamilton, Niagara College, St. Clair College from Windsor, and 3-time previous national champions, the Sheridan College Bruins. An outstanding league. The top 4 teams in each conference make the playoffs. Durham is seeking to be one of those at the end of the season.
They play
81-65, Durham leads. 1:31 to go in the second half. Durham in possession.
If they play the way they have today, Ken, no doubt they'll be in the playoffs. In the second half, they've only given up 24 points. That's an excellent defensive effort on the part of the Durham Lords.
That's showing exasperation, obviously tired late in the game, called for a traveling violation. And Peter Stychuk, referee Peter Stychuk inbounds the ball. Loyalist looking to score quickly, look for the threes.
That's the man to do it right there.
There's a 3. Bingo!
This is just a strategy you were mentioning, Ken. Hit the 3.
3 right off the bat.
Stop
Quick
the clock.
timeout. They now have 2 timeouts left. And, that gets them back within shooting distance. Still a 13-point lead. 1:20 to go and off for a long time.
What Durham's going to have to do is keep calm, spread the ball around. and inevitably they're going to get fouled. They're going to have to make their free throws to seal the
In
game.
fact, as we speak, referee Peter Stychuk is going to the table and making a correction. He has overruled the back referee at this particular time. It was a 2-point version rather than a 3, which makes the score 81-67. We'll have to take that off the board. 81-67, Durham leads. A 2-pointer last time instead of 3. Referee Peter Stychuk making the final call.
Scott Reed just had his little tippy toe on the line. If you're on the line, it's a 2-pointer. You have to be completely behind the line to get the 3-point play.
Inbounding the ball is Sherlon Chance for Durham. He runs the end line. To Esterbrook's full court pressure. Dennis Barham now with the ball. He'll look to run the clock a little bit. I'm sure Loyalist has to foul. And we do get a foul. It's committed by, I believe, Dwayne Edwards once again.
That will be Loyalist's strategy for the remainder of the game. Make 3-pointers, make some outside shots quickly, and foul to stop the clock. You're down 14 points. There's really not much else you can do. Dennis Barham going to the line now for Durham College.
Barham at the line again. He has 18 points on the game. Looking to have his season high on the season is 19. He just equals that with his 19th point of the game.
And if you remember, Dennis only had 5 points in the first half, so 14 points thus far in the second half. Offensively and defensively, he's played a tremendous game for Durham College. He has 5 steals as well in this game, and he makes his second free throw for 20 points. Season high for Dennis Barham.
Loyalist runs the floor, 3-pointer on their mind. Scott Reed's the guy to shoot it, doesn't get it, follows his shot, takes it up, and he's fouled on the play. And they're going to go to the hoop at that particular time in with the Giants, so you're going to have to earn it. And Scott Reed will go to the line. An excellent foul shooter for Loyalist. In fact, 75.9% from the line. In fact, he's 6 of 8 from the line today. And just an outstanding player. But they need the 3. 2 won't help, they need the 3s. But Loyalist, to the Loyalist's coach's credit, they've kept the clock stopped. It's only 1:07 to go. And, you know, overall, they're doing their job in stopping the clock. They just need to make the buckets now.
Durham has to make sure that they also don't cause fouls to stop the clock. They don't want, the clock is their ally at this point. They want it to keep going. No harm in giving up 2 points.
Both, they maintain possession. Matt Middleton hits for 2. And the score now, 83-69 in favor of Durham. A 14-point lead. Timeout, Loyalist.
Loyalist should therefore have 1 timeout left. It's a critical point. If they could make a few threes, make Durham miss a few free throws, they might get back up this under 10. It's tough to do, but not impossible.
Coach Buck, Coach Collins obviously aware of the fact they have to go to the 3. They have to work for the 3. They're looking for Scott Reed. They're looking for Adam Reed. And they need to get the shot off, need to crash the boards. And when they score, they got to stop the play. We're trying to confirm now with I believe they have 1 timeout left. Really, they have to use the clock to their benefit. 1:03 remaining in the second half. We're here at the Durham College Athletic Complex. An exciting OCAA basketball action game. Bringing you the action is Ken Babcock, myself, and our color commentator Matt Ackler from the OCAA Central Office. And we're enjoying a great game tonight from Durham College. We're back. Referees are ready to go. Sherlon Chance inbounds the ball for Durham. Full court pressure as Brad Robinson takes it in the middle. Not the guy you want dribbling the ball. However, we have a foul. Certainly not the guy you want dribbling the ball, breaking the press. Robinson seems to be able to handle the ball quite well for a big guy.
Not only you want to get the ball to one of your best foul shooters, because inevitably Loyalists will try to foul right away. People in that category are Dennis Barham and Justin Fontaine, both in the 80% category. Brad now will be taking some foul shots. They're in the bonus situation. Ball's dead on the first one.
And Robinson hits the first one. 84-69, 15-point lead for Durham. 59 seconds to go in the game. And Robinson hits the second.
Loyalist stops the clock by bringing a substitution. Number 40, Adam Croft, comes into the game for the first time.
And we're under 50 seconds now as we're winding down here. 3-point attempt for Loyalist. Doesn't go by number 10, Daryl McGrath, his first playing time of the game. They run the ball, tipped by Esterbrook. He chases it down out of bounds, and Durham needs to maybe run the clock a little more. 44 seconds to go. 85-69. Durham leads. This game's well in hand as we wind down here. Durham needs to use the clock, use the clock to run it down and put a victory in their win column tonight and move to 5 wins and 1 loss.
I think Coach Buck gave a signal to his players, no foul anymore, just let the clock run out. It's now a 16-point lead, 31 seconds left. I think Durham has this one in the bag. They'll go 5-1.
Yeah, you see Coach Buck right now with a full first-string lineup, all first-year players. Probably going to see a lot of playing time, good experience. Coach Buck knows this game's in hand. And good hustle there by number 55, George Kapashlis. Touched the ball off Sherlon Chance of Durham, and it's possession Loyalist. 25.3 seconds to go in the game here at the athletic complex.
Coach Vincent is still stalking the sideline like it's a 2-point game, not a 16-point game.
And in fact, here in a little heated discussion under the basket, Sherlon Chance of Durham commits a technical foul on sportsmanlike conduct. Apparently said something the referee didn't like about the particular call. And under the OCAA rules this year, and it's a great rule, the NCAA has adopted it, the OCAA has adopted it to protect the integrity of the game. No inadvertent foul language is permitted at all on the court, regardless if they're saying it towards their team, towards their teammates, or to themselves. It cleans up the game. It's a great move by the NCAA and the OCAA, and we're pleased to see it. It's a family game. It's an exciting brand of basketball, and the players have really adapted well, and you can see the kind of athletes that are coming through.
Certainly.
Well respected. They don't talk to the officials. They hardly ever talk back to the officials. And Sherlon, I guess, caught in the emotion of a big game here, perhaps said too much to the official, and decided the officials obviously decided that was enough. 19 seconds to go. Steal, Dennis Barham, look out for the jam as he goes in. And he lays it in lightly, not wanting to embarrass the Loyalist squad too much. Barham now with 22 points on the game, a season high, and certainly an outstanding game for number 40, Dennis Barham.
Blocked by Brad Robinson.
Huge block. Huge block.
As the clock runs out.
Huge block. Time runs out as Dwayne Edwards and Brad Robinson congratulate each other. Competitive game, yet great efforts as these two balanced teams compete this year. We'll see more of this Loyalist College Lancer squad. 87-71, the final score from the athletic complex. This is Ken Babcock for Rogers Community 10. Matt Ackler signing off from the athletic complex. Our next game at Rogers Community 10 goes Tuesday, December 7th. Be sure to catch it. It'll be a big game against Canton College, New York. Tickets are still available, and we'll hope to see you then. Signing off from the athletic complex for Rogers Community 10. So long for now.
Hi, I'm Mike Brophy of the Hockey News. I moved to the Oshawa area because I heard Goal Line was on Rogers Community 10.
If you
And welcome to the Durham College Athletic Complex for today's action in OCAA women's basketball, featuring the visiting Fanshawe College Falcons from London